The series name is What If Naruto Stuck in Inland with Terumi. So let's start the series. I am so tired of this. It is the same fucking day every day. I wake up to dilapidated apartment with barely any furniture. I take cold showers when I have water. And then I go to meet my team for a day of training, if one could call it that. Our sensei only puts effort into one of us, leaving my useless teammate Sakura and I to our own devices, for several hours a day. Just because our sensei Kakashi doesn't train me doesn't mean I am a slouch. I spent a lot of my time exercising off to the side of training ground 7. The rest of my team probably wouldn't even notice if I was gone. Sakura watched Sasuke and cheered him on, while our Jounin sensei Kakashi actually taught Sasuke different techniques and exercises. Looking at them literally make me sick. After we are dismissed for the day, I wander around the village aimlessly, not like there's much else for me to do. No one will let me use their services. I only get food from one place, and there's only so much I can take of ramen. I also don't have any friends. A few years ago I discovered I should just give up on trying to have friends. Either their parents dissuade them by telling them not to associate with the demon child, or they'd punish them for even looking in my direction. Cammy, what a joke. I am not totally alone like you may think. I have one friend. He's been with me through literally everything. His name is Kurama, and he is the Kyuubi no Yoko. When I was born, the Yondaime Hokage sacrificed both of our lives for the good of the village by sealing Kurama into me. The Yondaime died after completing the seal, and I became the village's scapegoat. Even if the wind blew in the wrong direction, I was blamed for it. Not only did all the villagers blame me for their problems, they also attacked me. I would occasionally be walking down one of the many roads in our village, and then out of nowhere 4 or 5 people would run up to me and beat me relentlessly. Since I became a ninja, the beatings have slowed down. But every year on October 10th, my birthday and the anniversary of the Yondaime defeating the Kyuubi, a large mob would form and hunt me down and beat me to within an inch of my life. Kurama has been with me through all of the pain, through all the physical and emotional pain. When I first met the fox, we were totally against each other. After multiple years of beatings and torture, however, we bonded. He felt horrible that they were attacking me because of him. But I don't blame Kurama. He never meant to attack Konoha in the first place. It was only by bad luck that the Yondaime sealed him inside me. In exchange for letting Kurama access my senses, he has been teaching me what he knows of the shinobi arts, and under his tutelage, I've become a pretty powerful ninja. Even though I have power, I can't stand up for myself. All it takes is one complaint that I attacked a villager, and I will be hauled off to jail and quite possibly executed. Even though the offer is looking quite attractive, after years of this abuse I am nearly at my limit. I was currently walking by the east gate of Konoha, minding my business, because Kami forbid I look at someone wrong. Today had been much the same as the day before it, cloudy, gloomy, looked like it might rain. Kakashi-sensei let us go a little earlier than usual today so he could train Sasuke in secret. It's a shame that he doesn't trust his own team. However, it's no skin off my nose. There's that demon brat. Don't look at him, I am Chan. He will eat you. Fucking demon thinks he can walk around freely, like us. I can see the villagers are having a good day today. I neared closer to the gate and saw the Hokage and a few delegates standing around. Wonder if they're waiting around for me. Deciding to wait around and find out what is going on, I stood over by one of the village alleyways. Leaning against one of the walls, I sat patiently. Moments later, a group of foreign shinobi landed in front of the gates and walked towards the Hokage and her party. There were 5 people altogether. 4 of them had looked like ANBU, wearing black clothes and camouflage, and carried huge swords with them. While interesting, they were not nearly as interesting as the 5th member of their group. She was a tall woman, with long flowing red hair and pale skin. She wore a blue dress with a gray skirt and fishnet leggings. She radiated authority and power. Even from where I was standing, I could sense a large amount of chakra within her. She looked beautiful. The woman walked forward, in front of her group, and met with the Hokage. Why, hello there, Hokage-sama. It is an honor to finally meet you. Likewise, Mizukage-sama, you can call me Tsunade, the Hokage said, smiling warmly at the Mizukage. Hi, Tsunade-sama, you may call me May, the Mizukage said, quickly scanning the area in front of her. Taking in the sights of Konoha's east gate entrance, the village itself seemed rather peaceful. All right, May-sama, let us head to my office and get out of this heat, Tsunade said as she ushered the Mizukage and her group forward. Nodding, the group started walking towards the Hokage tower. Mei's eyes scanned all around her as she watched Konoha's people mill on about their days. Her eyes happened to glance down one of the alleyways to her right and spotted a man standing staring at her, hands in his pockets, leaning up against the wall. Seeing him staring at her, she couldn't fight her urges and winked at him seductively. The man, however, winced at that and began to walk the other way quickly. Feeling a little put off by his actions, Mei gave chase, breaking off from her group. "Hey! Stop right there!" Mei shouted as she landed right in front of the man. Please ma'am, please let me go," Naruto said as he tried to step around her so he could leave. However, Mei wasn't having any of it. "Why did you wince when I winked at you? You're not gay, are you?" Mei asked half threateningly, half teasingly. Naruto started before he was tackled to the ground by Anbu, who began hitting him. What are you doing?" Mei asked, stunned that the Anbu that had followed her had attacked an innocent man for no reason. "We're really sorry about the inconvenience, Mizukage-sama. This trash will be dealt with," one of the Anbu said, hauling Naruto to his feet and pulled him towards a different alleyway. "What are you doing with him?" Mei asked, anger rising to the surface again. "Do not concern yourself with him, Mizukage-sama," the remaining Anbu said, ushering her to return to her group. Looking incredibly angry, Mei stomped off to where she left the Hokage and her group. "Tsunade-sama, we need to talk, in your office please," Mei ordered, and Tsunade nodded as the group moved towards the Hokage tower. Much quicker than before, once they arrived, Mei had Tsunade kick everyone out of the room. "I would like to ask you a question, Tsunade-sama. Two of the Anbu had guarding me attacked a man that I was talking to back there, and I want to know what he did to warrant such treatment," Mei said, eyes ablaze with anger. Tsunade looked at her confused. "What man?" Tsunade asked. "He was about my height, blonde hair, and was wearing an orange and black suit," Mei said as Tsunade got a twitch to her eye. "Naruto? Why did the Anbu attack Naruto? He's one of our genin." Tsunade said, getting angry herself. "I am not sure why they attacked this Naruto, but I was teasing him, and they just beat him and shoved him in an alley," Mei said. Tsunade got even more angry after hearing this and called for her Anbu. When two different Anbu arrived in the room, Tsunade sent them after the two other Anbu responsible for Naruto's beating. "Sigh, I have no idea why people can't be more tolerant of Naruto," Tsunade said, rubbing her temples. "Tell me about this Naruto," Mei said, looking at Tsunade. "There's not much to say. The brat is loud, has a weird obsession with the color orange, and he's always shouting about becoming Hokage," Tsunade listed, causing Mei to raise one of her eyebrows. "That's not the impression she got at all. Is that it?" Mei asked before seeing Tsunade frown. "Not quite. The villagers, and even our own ninja, treat him very differently than everyone else, as you have seen," Tsunade said, looking down a bit and zoning out. Mei frowned as well. "I want to meet this Naruto. There must be more to him than just this," Mei thought. "Tsunade-sama, if you don't mind, I'd like to walk around your village for a bit before turning in for the evening," Mei said. Tsunade nodded and watched her leave her office. Mei was going to find Naruto if it was the last thing she did. Naruto lay in an alley after getting beat by an Anbu. This wasn't the first time it's happened, and it definitely won't be the last. "I'm really sorry about this," Kit Kurama said in Naruto's mind. "Don't worry about it, Kurama-san. This always happens," Naruto thought back, wincing in pain as Kurama tried his best to heal his injuries. "It's not right, these humans disgust me," Kurama said, frowning. "I agree, Kurama-san, these people sicken me as well. I am so tired of being treated like this. I can't bear it anymore," said Naruto, causing Kurama to get concerned. "Kit? Are you alright?" Kurama asked. "Not yet, but I will be. Looks like it will rain soon," Naruto said as rain started to fall on his face while he laid in the alley. Moments later he got up and walked off in the direction of the Hokage monument. As he walked, thoughts flew through his mind. "I can't do anything to change their minds. I can't do anything to make my life better. I can't escape this fate." As Naruto passed groups of villagers trying to get out of the rain, they all stopped to sneer and give him dirty looks. The pouring rain was a perfect mask for the tears flowing down his face. He was tired of holding up this facade. He wasn't happy. He was never happy. He couldn't even be bitter or angry with the villagers anymore for their ignorance. He just accepted it. Passing his dwelling, Naruto noticed that there was a smoke coming out of his windows. Stopping to stare at it for a few moments, he smiled and continued walking down the road, chuckling to himself. People near the end of his street looked at him and frowned at him, laughing to himself. "Demon brat." Naruto just moved on. Nearing the monument, Naruto slowly made his way up to the top, coming here throughout the years put him at ease, strangely enough, pretty much always being in hostile territory. He found it odd that he could find a place of peace. The rain fell much heavier now as Naruto stood on the head of the Sandaime Hokage. "Kit, what are we doing here?" Kurama asked. "I don't know," Naruto responded, staring out over the village. With the rain falling like it was, he couldn't see very far past the village walls. But that didn't bother him. The rain made it look like the monument was crying, just like he was. "You will never amount to anything. You can't become a good ninja. You'll always be a reject. Dead last, can't do anything right. Demon brat should be executed." Each thought, each vision, each memory, pushed him closer and closer to the edge of the cliff. Looking down he could see the ground. It was quite a drop if he fell, and even with Kurama's healing abilities he wouldn't be able to recover. He'd be dead instantly. "It looks so inviting," Naruto said, looking down, smiling. Kurama started before he was interrupted. "Hey you, what do you think you're doing?" a voice suddenly yelled, causing Naruto to turn slowly to see the mizukage standing a few feet away from him. "Oh, it's you," Naruto said, looking down. "What are you doing up here while it's raining like this? Don't you have any idea how dangerous it is?" Mei said, annoyed. "This place is special to me," Naruto said, turning back around to face the village. Mei stared at his back. "Why aren't you at home or something?" Mei said, watching the boy twitch at her question. Naruto mumbled, "What?" "I said because I don't have one," Naruto shouted, turning back around, eyes red with tears streaming down his face. Mei flinched and took a step back. "All of my life, I was taught to love Konoha, to protect it from threats. However, they all treat me like a threat. Worse than that," Naruto screamed into the rain. "I've spent every single day of my life in fear of not making it to tomorrow. No one gives a damn about me." Mei stood there transfixed as she listened to Naruto vent about his life here in Konoha. She felt sad hearing how the village treats him, and she was pissed that a human being could ever be treated that way, but she couldn't prepare herself for what she was about to hear. "And you want to know what the worst part is? No matter how much they decimate me, how much they beat me, how much they rape me of everything, they never let me die. I just want release. To be able to end all of this torture," Naruto said, looking back out to Konoha. "That's why I came here today. I have had enough of this pain, this emptiness." "Kit! Don't you do it," Kurama roared from inside his mind. Please, don't do this," Mei stuttered, watching the boy walk to the cliff's edge. "You don't have to do this. There's no other way out, Mizukage-sama," Naruto said, voice void of emotion as he neared the edge. "Why, you can leave the village with my men and you can become a ninja of Kiri!" Mei shouted, trying to deter Naruto from continuing. Naruto stopped and turned back around. "Why would you do that for me?" "I am nothing to you," Naruto said, staring at Mei. "I do that for you because you deserve a different life," Mei said, staring at Naruto. "Naruto, you've lived out such a sad existence here in Konoha, and they take you for granted. In Kiri you could do anything you wanted, live any way you want to. There's no possible way I could get away from Konoha. The second I set foot outside the village they'd have Anbu haul me back and they'd execute me," Naruto said, looking down. "Leave that to my men and we have ways to help you, Naruto," Mei said, walking up to Naruto and pulling him into a bone-crushing hug. "Please come home." "Kit! Don't you do it," Kurama roared from inside his mind. Please, don't do this," Mei stuttered, watching the boy walk to the cliff's edge. "You don't have to do this. There's no other way out, Mizukage-sama," Naruto said, voice void of emotion as he neared the edge. "Why, you can leave the village with my men and you can become a ninja of Kiri!" Mei shouted, trying to deter Naruto from continuing. Naruto stopped and turned back around. "Why would you do that for me?" "I am nothing to you," Naruto said, staring at Mei. "I do that for you because you deserve a different life," Mei said, staring at Naruto. "Naruto, you've lived out such a sad existence here in Konoha, and they take you for granted. In Kiri you could do anything you wanted, live any way you want to. There's no possible way I could get away from Konoha. The second I set foot outside the village they'd have Anbu haul me back and they'd execute me," Naruto said, looking down. "Leave that to my men and we have ways to help you, Naruto," Mei said, walking up to Naruto and pulling him into a bone-crushing hug. "Please come home." Naruto was currently trapped in an embrace with the Mizukage. This was such an awkward position for him to be in, mainly because he never had this sort of contact with anyone. After a few moments, Naruto realized what she said. He pulled back from their embrace and looked into Mei's eyes. "I don't know what to say," Naruto said, feeling choked up. "Say yes, Kit, I can feel no feelings of deceit coming from within her. You can have a new start, Kurama said from within him. Please come back to Kiri with me, Mei said, rubbing her hand on Naruto's back. Alright, I'll leave with you. How will I get out of the V village without being spotted? Naruto said nervously. Come with me, Mei said as she pulled Naruto closer to her and used the water shunshin. The two appeared outside of one of Konoha's hotels. Mei then dragged Naruto inside to her suite, which didn't go unnoticed by her ANBU guards. After entering her room, she asked him if he wanted anything to drink, and to sit down. Water is fine, Mei-san, Naruto said as he sat down in one of the chairs in the dining room. Mei smiled and filled 2 cups with water and sat down next to Naruto with them. She then snapped her fingers and 4 ANBU appeared right in front of them, startling Naruto. How can we be of assistance, Mizukage-sama? The one in front asked, eyeing Naruto carefully behind his mask. I would like you to meet my new friend, Naruto, Mei said, grabbing Naruto's hand and giving it a squeeze. He will be coming back to Kiri with us. Why exactly, Mizukage-sama? The man asked again. Because this village doesn't deserve someone like Naruto-kun, Mei said, smiling deviously. The 4 ANBU looked back and forth between the two and the one in the middle scratched the back of his head nervously. If he's going to come with us, are you going to ask the Hokage for permission? He said. No, the Hokage cannot hear of this. She'd order he be returned immediately, and upon his return he may be executed, Mei said through clenched teeth. The group of ANBU then looked to Naruto. If it's too much trouble, don't worry about me, Mei-san, Naruto said, looking at the ground in front of him. Mei then stood up and pulled him with her, vibrant green eyes staring into blue eyes filled with despair. Naruto-kun, you don't worry about a thing. We will get you out of here, Mei said, her voice rippling with the authority only a Kage could muster. Hi, Naruto said, smiling weakly. Chojuro, please take off your mask, Mei said, looking back to the group of ANBU. The one in the middle took off his mask as requested. Naruto-kun, this is Chojuro. Nice to meet you, Chojuro-san, Naruto said. Likewise, Naruto-san, Chojuro responded with a nod. Mei looked between the two and smiled. She could tell they'd be the best of friends later on. Now then, you two are about the same size, so Chojuro, I would like you to give Naruto-kun here a set of your clothes and armor, Mei said. Chojuro nodded and unsealed a new armor and clothing set from a scroll he had in his pack. I apologize that it's not orange, Naruto, but we can't have you wearing that color whilst we extract you. That's perfectly fine, Mei-san. I hate the color orange anyways, Naruto said, appraising his new clothing. I'll go change quickly and return. As Naruto walked to the bathroom with his change of clothes, Mei watched him like a hawk. Tsunade said he loved the color orange, and he just said he hates it? What's up with that? She turned back to Chojuro. Now then, he'll need an ANBU mask. And then, Mei said as she heard the bathroom door opening and turned to greet Naruto. She stopped dead in her tracks as she took in the sight before her. What a hunk, Mei thought as she licked her lips. Naruto walked over towards them and scratched the back of his head nervously. Well, what do you think? Naruto asked. I think it suits you, Naruto-kun, Mei said, smiling widely at his change of appearance. Let's complete the look. Here's your mask, Naruto-san, Chojuro said as he handed Naruto his ANBU mask. Naruto took the mask and looked at it. The mask had the likeness of a fox, with red markings on it. He looked deep in thought about the mask and then smiled. It's perfect, Naruto said, putting the mask on. Mei smiled and hugged him from behind. Great selection, Chojuro. I think it suits Naruto-kun here, or should I say fox? Mei said, giggling to herself. That's right, Naruto-san. You can no longer answer to your name whilst you wear that mask. Your new name until we get out of the village is Fox, Chojuro said, looking down at his mask. My name is Shark whilst I have my mask on. Right, Naruto said, nodding and smiling behind his mask. Now then, we leave tomorrow, Mei said, turning everyone's attention to her. We need to get Naruto-kun out of here quick as possible. The next day Naruto and Chojuro were waiting by the eastern gates, waiting for the Mizukage to arrive with the rest of their group. Naruto was very nervous, shaking a little bit whenever one of Konoha's ninja walked by. Chojuro saw this and decided to put his mind at ease. Fox-san, please calm down. You don't need to worry about anything, Chojuro whispered. I know, Shark Taishu, but my life is literally in your hands, Naruto said, trying to control his fear. Chojuro regarded him for a moment before looking up to see the Hokage escorting the Mizukage to the gate. Look alive, Fox-san. It's time to go, Chojuro said, and Naruto immediately straightened up. It's a shame you have to leave so early to head back and take care of issues in Kiri, Tsunade said smiling. Yes, it is a shame. You have a beautiful village here, Tsunade-sama Mei said, even though she had forced herself to say beautiful. Something told her that Naruto barely even told her the half of it when she confronted him the previous evening. Take care and good luck with your issues back in Kiri, Tsunade said, bowing her head slightly. Take care as well, Tsunade-sama Mei said, turning to face her Anbu. Alright everyone, we need to make it back to Kiri, double time. Yes, Mizukage-sama rang out among the 5 Anbu and they all shined out of the village. Moments later Kakashi arrived panting heavily. Kakashi, what's wrong? Tsunade asked, watching a nearly out-of-breath Kakashi. And Naruto is missing, Kakashi said between breaths. What? Tsunade shouted. I looked everywhere for him. I can't find him, Kakashi said as he stood back up. Boo. Spread out and search for Naruto, Tsunade said as numerous Anbu left her presence to search for the QB container. Damn it, Naruto, what are you doing now? Wanting to reach Kirigakure quickly as possible, Naruto's group was traveling at breakneck speeds to get away from Konoha. They had been traveling for several hours now, and were nearing Wave Country. Once they arrived in Wave Country, they made to cross the large bridge connecting Wave to Fire Country. Naruto wished he could stop in to visit Inari and his family. However, they had to get back to Kiri as quick as possible. When the group neared the end of the bridge, they all stared in surprise at the large sign hanging above the bridge. The Great Naruto Bridge, Hame said, looking at her fox-masked Anbu. Naruto was stunned silent, and just shrugged his shoulders. Mei smiled and then told them that they had to get on a ship to take them back to Kiri. She had Chojuro purchase the necessary tickets for a ride back to Kiri, and they all boarded the ship. After they were all settled, Mei decided she wanted to talk to Naruto more about his past. She had the rest of her Anbu guard leave the two of them alone. Naruto-kun, I wanted to talk to you about something, Mei said, looking at Naruto from the corner of her eye. What is it, Mei-san? Naruto asked. Well, after our encounter on the Hokage monument, I got the feeling that you didn't tell me the full story, Mei said, turning around to face Naruto. Naruto cringed and nodded. No, there's also a lot I didn't tell you about my life, Naruto said, looking down. Mei looked at him for a little while before taking his mask off. Naruto-kun, I want you to feel comfortable telling me about your life, Mei said, rubbing his back while Naruto started to take deep breaths. I want to tell you, Mei-san, but, Naruto said, looking down. But what, Naruto-kun? Mei said, looking concerned. I don't want you to hate me too, Naruto said, looking up at Mei, crying. Mei was taken aback by this. What had happened to Naruto? I assure you, Naruto-kun, no matter what it is, I will never hate you, Mei said, looking into Naruto's eyes. They were almost shining while he was crying. Do you mean it, Mei-san? Naruto said, desperation in his voice. Hi, I mean every word of it, Naruto-kun, Mei said, smiling. Alright, I'll tell you, Naruto said, taking some deep breaths. Mei sat expectantly waiting next to him. I was born an orphan. My parents died during the Kyuubi attack on Konoha 16 years ago. Mei nodded and let him continue. As you might have heard, the Yondaime Hokage killed the Kyuubi? Mei once again nodded. Well, that isn't entirely true. Being completely made up of energy, the Kyuubi had no physical form. Not being able to harm the beast, the Yondaime sealed the Kyuubi into a baby. Mei narrowed her eyes. What does that have to do with you? Mei asked before realization hit her. Naruto nodded slowly. Yes, I was that boy. I am the Kyuubi Jinchuriki, Naruto said before standing and walking away. He then turned back to face Mei. I understand if you hate me now, Mizukage-sama. I will not force you to endure my presence. And Naruto-kun, wait! Mei said, but Naruto had already walked away. Tears started to fall from her eyes. It all made sense now. The uncommon hatred the villagers had for Naruto. It made her sick that someone who should have been treated like a hero was treated like, she couldn't even think about that. She had to find Naruto and fast because she wanted to assure him it didn't change anything between them. She snapped her fingers and Chojuro appeared next to her in an instant. Hi, Mizukage-sama? Spread out and find Naruto-kun, fast, Mei shouted as she herself went to look for Naruto. Chojuro nodded and went to look for Naruto with the other Anbu aboard the ship. I assure you, Naruto-kun, no matter what it is, I will never hate you, Mei said, looking into Naruto's eyes. They were almost shining while he was crying. Do you mean it, Mei-san? Naruto said, desperation in his voice. Hi, I mean every word of it, Naruto-kun, Mei said, smiling. Alright, I'll tell you, Naruto said, taking some deep breaths. Mei sat expectantly waiting next to him. I was born an orphan. My parents died during the Kyuubi attack on Konoha 16 years ago. Mei nodded and let him continue. As you might have heard, the Yondaime Hokage killed the Kyuubi? Mei once again nodded. Well, that isn't entirely true. Being completely made up of energy, the Kyuubi had no physical form. Not being able to harm the beast, the Yondaime sealed the Kyuubi into a baby. Mei narrowed her eyes. What does that have to do with you? Mei asked before realization hit her. Naruto nodded slowly. Yes, I was that boy. I am the Kyuubi Jinchuriki, Naruto said before standing and walking away. He then turned back to face Mei. I understand if you hate me now, Mizukage-sama. I will not force you to endure my presence. And Naruto-kun, wait! Mei said, but Naruto had already walked away. Tears started to fall from her eyes. It all made sense now. The uncommon hatred the villagers had for Naruto. It made her sick that someone who should have been treated like a hero was treated like, she couldn't even think about that. She had to find Naruto and fast because she wanted to assure him it didn't change anything between them. She snapped her fingers and Chojuro appeared next to her in an instant. Hi, Mizukage-sama? Spread out and find Naruto-kun. Fast, Mei shouted as she herself went to look for Naruto. Chojuro nodded and went to look for Naruto with the other Yanbu aboard the ship. Naruto POV. Naruto quickly got away from Mei, as he did not wish to face the Mizukage, especially now that he revealed one of his deepest secrets to her. And just like everyone else, she was sure to hate his guts. Fuck, I screwed everything up again. I'm nothing but a monster. Why would I think that Kiri would save me? Mei probably only wants me to come to Kiri because I am a weapon. Kid, what do you want, Kurama? Would you listen to yourself? You know it's true. I even told you that I felt no deceit or second intentions in that woman. Naruto thought about that as he ran to the back of the ship. Nearing the railing he sat down and took a deep breath. Kit, I promise you, I wouldn't lie to you about something like this. We are connected at the soul, you know. I don't know what to think or do anymore. Mei POV. After sending her Yanbu off to find Naruto, Mei too joined in the search for the blonde. She felt horrible after Naruto told her that he wouldn't force her to endure his presence any longer. Naruto-kun. Mei stopped moving and tried to locate him by sensing his chakra. Being on the ship, it didn't take long to locate Naruto's chakra signature. With his emotions unchecked, anyone could notice his signature. Running straight to the back of the ship, she found Naruto's fox mask laying on the ground. Her heart started beating in her chest, and beat even faster as she rounded the corner to the deck at the back of the ship. Please be alright, Naruto-kun. Naruto was sitting against the railing to the back of the ship, with his neck resting, hanging over the edge of the ship down into the water below. Breathing deeply, he tried to rein in his emotions, as they currently were a mess. As a ninja, and with his past, Naruto was used to masking his emotions. However, he had been pushed to the brink, and Mei was different than the rest of the people he had encountered in his life. He was confused as to why it mattered so much to him that she accepted him. Or in his current mindset, the lack thereof, why was she different? Naruto didn't have much time to contemplate this question as he felt someone was watching him. And Naruto-kun? Mei asked as she rounded the corner and spotted Naruto leaning on the railing. And Mizukage-sama, what are you doing here? Naruto asked, shocked that the Mei came after him. Are you alright? Mei asked, looking him over. Making sure he wasn't injured, she had saw his mask on the ground and feared he'd been attacked. What? Why does my safety matter to you? Naruto asked as he looked at her confused. Because, Mei said, continuing to make sure he was okay. I'm just a demon. There's no need for you to troop. Naruto started before he was interrupted by a loud smack. No, you are just a baka, Mei said as she slapped Naruto as hard as she could, tears in her eyes. Mei stared deeply into Naruto's ocean blue eyes. Do you have any idea how worried you made me? Worried? Naruto asked, his head spinning. Yes, worried. I will not lose you, Naruto, Mei said, pulling him into a bone-crushing hug. Naruto, still dazed from the slap, was even more confused now that he was being held by the beautiful Mizukage. But why do I matter so much to you? Naruto asked as Mei pulled back from the hug to look into his eyes again. You matter so much to me because I know what it's like to be in pain. I know how much pain you've been through living in a village that hates you because you have something that they could never understand, Mei said, tears falling freely looking at Naruto. Naruto brought his hands up to her back and pulled her deeper into the embrace as Mei continued to cry, her head buried in his chest. Kid, this woman, she holds a bloodline trait, and hails from Water Country. The former mizukage hosted a genocide in Water Country, and murdered anyone who held a bloodline in Water Country, Kurama said, filling in the blanks for Naruto. There's a good chance she had family murdered in the genocide. Naruto then gasped as he had indeed found someone who knew how bad his life had been. I am such a fool, Naruto said aloud, now crying as well. Mei looked up into his eyes and saw him crying too. Naruto? Mei asked, wondering why Naruto was crying like this while staring at her. Fearing she had done something wrong, she released him and took a few steps back. I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable, Naruto. No, Mei-chan, I am sorry, Naruto said as he took a step forward. Mei looked confused and she was pulled into another hug with Naruto. I was an idiot. I'm not the only one hurting here, am I? Mei's eyes flew wide open as she tried to process what was now happening. I hadn't thought about it until now, but you were around for the bloodline genocide in Water Country. And you have a bloodline, don't you, Mei-chan? Naruto asked while Mei tensed up in hhis embrace. And Naruto-kun, how did you know? Mei asked. I was being selfish, Mei-chan. I didn't think about your own situation, and thought that you only wanted me and Kiri because I was a Jinchuriki, Naruto said as he looked down and away from Mei's tear-filled eyes. After talking to my tenant, he talked some sense into me, and I looked at this from a different angle. My parents were murdered in the bloodline genocide, and I fought back to bring an end to the slaughters. After killing Yagura, I took the mizukage position and have been trying ever since to make sure something like that could never happen again to my sea country, Mei said, holding Naruto in her arms. Naruto smiled as he looked back to Mei's eyes. I am sorry I acted like such a baka, Mei-chan, Naruto said as he broke the hug and took a step back. Mei smiled as she missed Naruto's warm embrace. Naruto then bowed low before her, drawing confusion into the red head. What are you doing, Naruto-kun? Mei asked, perplexed. I hereby pledge my service as personal shinobi to Mei Terumi, mizukage of Kirigakure. For saving me from myself, I shall stand by Mei-sama and help her bring peace and prosperity to Kirigakure and Water Country, Naruto said as he bowed low before Mei, shocking the mizukage. Oh my, Mei thought before telling Naruto to stop bowing to her. Naruto-kun, you didn't have to do that. I wanted to do that, Mei-chan, Naruto said with a smile, a genuine smile. Why? Mei asked. Because you saved me, and now I have a goal to achieve, Naruto said, his voice filled with confidence and conviction. Chojuro and the rest of the ANBU had came upon the mizukage and Naruto having their moment, and sat off the side listening to the two talk. By the end of the conversation they were all smiling and their opinion of Naruto skyrocketed. Chojuro then decided to make their presence known. Picking up Naruto's fox mask, he walked up to the two. Naruto-san, I think that you dropped this, Chojuro said, a smile plastered on his face. Naruto and Mei smiled and Naruto took the mask from him. Thank you for finding this, Chojuro-san. I will definitely be needing that in the future, Naruto said, holding out his fist. Chojuro and the rest of the ANBU then placed their fists against his. Naruto felt like he was actually a part of a team for the first time since he became a ninja. He couldn't wait to get to Kiri. Meanwhile, in Konoha, Tsunade sat behind her desk at the Hokage Tower, frantically chewing on her fingernails. It had been a day since Naruto disappeared and she was getting worried. With the Jounin and Chunin out looking for Naruto, she felt like he should have been found by now. Fearing the worst, she recalled Jiraiya from his travels. Hey Tsuhime, where's the fire? Jiraiya said, hopping into her office from the window. I'm not in the mood to play games, Jiraiya, and I most certainly didn't recall you for a social visit, Tsunade said as she glared at Jiraiya, noticing the tone and the death glare he was receiving. Jiraiya straightened up and put on his serious face. What's wrong? Jiraiya asked. Naruto disappeared. Kakashi had reported him missing, and I've had a majority of our forces out looking for him. Disappeared? He's wearing orange, Jiraiya said, somewhat joking. This is serious. None of the ninja, not even my ANBU, have found a trace of him in the village, Tsunade hissed, clearly pissed that Jiraiya would try to joke when he found out their godson was missing. Whoa, you are serious, damn. Well, I will go look around a bit myself. I know I will find him, Jiraiya said as he walked over to the window. Let's just hope that the Akatsuki didn't come for him, Tsunade said sadly as she looked down at the paperwork on her desk. Jiraiya looked back over at her and nodded, before smiling grimly. See you later, Tsuhime, Jiraiya said, hopping out the window.